Hey guys, hope you guys had a good New Year's weekend. If you guys didn't check out the live session that we had on Sunday night, we did the DMI Stoke. Just kind of talking about that. It is posted. I posted it to Reddit, and it's also posted on the live videos here on YouTube. But anyways, taking a look at today. So I was expecting a pretty green open, just by trend of quarterly days and also just the actual trend that we get based on the technicals here. However, we did come out pretty big and green, but we just immediately lost every little bit of that. So today's a pretty interesting day. I had mentioned this channel last week, this 386.3 to really 376.6, but really 378. That we have just been kind of consolidating this blue channel. We did have a really nice diamond pattern here, and with this breakout, we should have expected us to continue to the upside. However, we broke out, but then we just kind of came right back down and tested support. So basically what we're looking at right now is we had a breakout. We rejected the daily 28 EMA. However, we've come all the way back down here and we have held the support at the 378. So what I'm looking at here is that we did not lose 378. Being that we had held 378 and we now have 3 support bounces on this blue line right here, we should provide some upside and we might get a delayed breakout of this diamond pattern. So another thing that happened today is we hit this phantom daily range up here at 386.21 from 1222 that we never filled, but now today with our touch at 386.43, we did fill that level. So basically what we have established here, realistically, if you look at the actual candles minus this day right here, we have a really nice 379.6 to really 386.3. You could kind of call it also 384.4 range though. So this is just a big old consolidation period, and really the last time we've had any sort of big consolidation period like this was kind of down here in October, but even that was way wider. But really the last time we had one was right here in June, and you can see that was before the downside. Now that does not mean that this is going to lead to downside. I'm just saying that this consolidation is probably one of the longest consolidations that we've had this year yet, or at least close to it, and we are going to see a move here soon. It's just not it's not sure which way we're going to be going just yet. My key resistance is 384.4 followed by 386.3, support here at 380.8, 379.6, and then 378. I remain bullish until we lose 378.8 and we close more than one day below it. Going over to Futes here, kind of the same thing here. We got this really nice blue pattern here. We came up overnight. We tested 3905 area. We did reject. And then we came all the way down here. We tested 3815. We held that very nicely, which reconfirmed support here. And we managed to close over 3840 area here. We're actually going to go for the close right here at 38. We did go for the close at 3846. So that actually makes this 3845 support area even stronger. So really this is our line in the sand right here at 3845. So next major resistance is going to be right here at 3872, followed by 3895. The bulls are going to want to see us get over this 3870 to 3875 area tomorrow, and that'll be a big upside that we can potentially look for 3920 by end of week. So remember, tomorrow is FOMC minutes. It is not FOMC. There is no J-Powell speaking. It is only a release from the previous FOMC. So they're just going to basically release all the minutes, which is the talk and actually what was discussed and whatnot like that. We'll get a big breakdown. I'll try to post it in the daily TA tomorrow if I can find it, like I did last time, an actual breakdown of what was said and kind of like bullet points from that. So looking over here at Tesla just, they got creamed today. At one point they were down 15%. Definitely I thought this was the worst, or where is it at right here? The negative, this one, the negative 11.4% day. I thought that was the worst day, and I didn't think they were going to have another worst day ever. But here we are. They had a nice negative 12.24% close. It did get us down at negative 15%, like I said, at one point. So The biggest reason that I can see that Tesla is red is because of their delivery numbers. They came in at 40% of growth, I believe, instead of their 50% of growth that they were estimated. So the numbers were still pretty good from what I can understand and what I can analyze from them. However, they just weren't good enough is kind of what I picked up on here. So this is a nice falling wedge we have formed right here inside of the blue bear channel. And then this line right here is the 2022 support line here. Zoom out real quick for you guys. You can see where we got this bear channel right here, the big overall one. So that's a major area, and you can see we have bounced short of it twice now, 3 times now. So tomorrow that support lies at 101.2. I do kind of expect a small relief bounce, maybe up in this area, kind of like we had right here tomorrow, though, is what I'm looking for. Taking a look at the VIX. So interestingly enough, which does not usually happen, well, I will say it usually happens that the VIX is also forming the same pattern that SPY is forming, which was this nice diamond pattern here. But what does not usually happen is that the VIX will also break out to the upside with SPY. So that was very interesting. One thing that I note with that is that IV was pretty weird today too. At open, IV was about 50 to 60 on the call side and almost 60 to 70 on the put side. Pretty crazy increase on the IV, and really IV fell down to about 35% at its low for today. Looks like we closed around 24% though. But at one point in the last hour, IV actually pumped back up to about 45%, which was very interesting. So one thing to note here is that we did come up here. We did attempt to break out here at the 23.6 level that I've talked about numerous times as this key gateway level here. However, we hard rejected, and we finished with this nice, which probably going to end up being an evening star doji, which is going to bring us back down to this 21 to 22 area tomorrow on the VIX. One thing to note is that FOMC minutes is tomorrow, so we might see a small uptick on the VIX, but other than that, we should see it unwind by end of day. So going forward, I am still bullish. I am still looking for SPY to test maybe by end of week, early next week, 390s. If we can get through that before CPI, we could see a nice run up into CPI and end up in the 400 range before CPI again. However, we cannot get through 390. We might end up being right in this range, kind of the same thing we did right here for last CPI or the CPI in November, where we kind of finish in this nice 378 to 390 area. It's kind of interesting that we've naturally came back down here. We had a lot of movement down here, consolidated in the same area, kind of broke out, and now we're just back in this same 378 to 390 area. You know, going forward into 2023, I mentioned that we probably would mostly find a consolidation area. And you can see really since, I would say, late August or early September, we really have just held this 410 to 370. You could even call it 375 if you wanted to area. And this could really be our 2023 range that we just kind of consolidate and just see movement from. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like to stay updated with my most recent videos. There is a lifetime Discord link there for you guys. If that one doesn't link, just go ahead and send me a message and I'll get you guys a new one. Some of the benefits of the Discord is there's a live trading, live intraday commentary. I also do an updated pre-market with support and resistance levels every day. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Reddit.